Fucking hello, my name is Antoine. This is my first YouTube video ever, and I just want to talk about something really important. Before you accept your first sales job, before you fall into the imaginary fairy tale world of uncapped commission, oh my god, unlimited earnings, wow, what the like you're telling me that I can make a lot of money without a degree? Oh, like this is the way out of the rat race other than entrepreneurship? Wow, I'm gonna make so much more money than my friends, and I don't even need a fucking college degree. And I'm not even gonna lie, some companies don't even require like a high school diploma. Like a lot of door-to-door solar companies don't even require a high school diploma. So before you go ahead and you apply, just watch this. Just take like a couple minutes. Watch this. The first point that I need you to understand, because sales can change your life, is that these companies, bro, they're not your fucking family. Like, I'm trying to say this, not trying to be negative, but these companies are not your family. Why? Because you hunt and then you eat. And a lot of these companies are 100% commission based for a fucking reason. Because they don't want to fucking risk spending fucking salary for somebody that might not even get the results. Right? So this is where they're gonna trap you, they're gonna lie to you, they're saying, oh, if you're not afraid and you're not basically what on their job application for they're gonna say, if you're not a fucking pussy, apply, bitch, 100% commission, yeah, bro. And it's like, that's awesome, don't get me wrong, and they're right. Like, if you have the skill, you can make a whole lot of fucking money. This is just not a lie. Like, people have been knowing this. I didn't even know this till a couple months ago, till I met my cousin. They got me into sales and taught me about this shit, like how sales is so fucking cool, how you can make a shit ton of money, how he had a friend that made like 60K in 2 weeks, just like a one or two deals. Or I met this other guy, this old like Puerto Rican guy, bro. He made like $680,000 in like a year. Didn't have to work for like a long ass time. Made his partner. He was a little bit shady though, but he made like $1.2 million in a year, bro. And it's real money. It's not like it's a pyramid scheme. It's a fucking lie. It's bullshit. It's like these TikTok kids and Instagram kids are saying side hustle, DM a course, and I'll fucking charge you for a course, and you can make like $10,000 a month. No, it's some real. It's fucking real shit. People are making a shit ton of money in this industry. It's not bullshit. But what they won't tell you is, first, that's a small percentage of people. Second, these companies don't give a fuck. Like, brother, they'll put you in like, oh, PIP, performance improvement plan, or whatever the fuck. And it's kind of like, oh, so they're helping me, they're giving me a second chance. No, it's a fairy tale, it's a lie. That way they can make you feel like they're not firing you without an excuse. Hey, we at least gave you a second chance, but they didn't really. And the reason I made this video is because I was really motivated, because I got technically my first formal official sales job from an official like big company. I'm not gonna mention it, but it's a solar door-to-door company, and they didn't do anything really wrong. uh there were a lot of amazing people there that made a shit ton of fucking money, a shit ton of fucking money. There were killers out there. There was this guy, his name was Delson. This guy, bro, he was getting fucking 6 WTs, which is like warm transfer, which is kind of like the pre-step to setting an appointment. It's kind of like basically setting up the appointment without the appointment actually sitting down yet. So it's kind of like the step before the demo actually happens, you know? And the reason I left is because it made me realize about the high churn hiring model. Sorry, I can't speak English. What that basically means is I'm going to hire 10 people, right? And from those 10 people, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in training them, because from those 10 people, 5 of them are going to quit in the first week, and 2 of them are going to fucking graduate, which basically graduation for some salespeople, some sales companies are going to give you like a graduation phase, which is basically, you need to get a certain amount of demos in like a certain amount of time for you to actually be able to stay in the company long term. Or for other companies is fully commission based till you get this amount of demos, and if you don't get this amount of demos, we'll let you go, or we keep paying you only commission, but there's no base, which is still okay if you're like a kid fresh out of college. But if you're like, a grown-ass man, I'm not a grown-ass man yet. I'm still 19, turning 20 next month. But, I'm not like a 25-year-old man with like a fiance, and, my finances are super strict. But still, it's still risky, right? But the thing is that, okay, so they're going to train you, right? So this is what happened. My first week, they trained me hybrid, and it was a door-to-door sales role. And don't get me wrong, that's cool. hybrid basically fucking means, you know, in remote and outside in the field, but it wasn't in the field. It was inside the office remotely on a Microsoft Teams call. And that's cool, don't get me wrong, because you get to like feel comfortable with the office that you're gonna be going to the meetings at. But at the end of the day, the job might as well just stay at home. You know, it's just like, why am I going to the office if the job is outside in the field? So okay, but oh, first we gotta explain how Spodio and like these, like it's basically like Google Maps for like sales reps. That's awesome, but when am I gonna get trained outside and actually doing the job, which is door knocking? Oh, second week. Okay, awesome. Second week comes, I passed the pitch test that I had to pass the pitch test on Friday. I passed the pitch test, I go into the second week, and what happened is, okay, I get to shadow a rep. I shadowed the rep. This guy I thought he was gonna be a killer. It's winter time in New Jersey. He didn't want to go out and knock. Okay, he did not want to go out and knock. So basically, I got like a couple reps in. I only knocked like 50 doors. That's not a lot. That's actually very low. And it was like, oh, okay, it doesn't matter because I'm still getting paid like salary. But at the end of the day, my first week, I got 3 weeks to get AWTs. If I don't, I'm not fucking graduating. I'm not making commission, and I'm not staying in the company long term. So let me get my first WT. I was like motivated. I was like, bro, I was asking all the people, the district manager, the assistant district manager, the regional manager, the team lead that was the guy that was shadowing. Like I was excited. It was like a team lead that had like his name on the fucking, like, because he got like over like multiple hundreds of demos with the company. So I was like, damn, I'm asking, I'm there. I got even earlier than my boss. I was like, holy shit. I get outside in the field. Bro, he didn't want to go outside and knock because it was cold outside. We knocked for like 30 minutes and like, no, nothing happened. It was terrible. The second day, okay, no problem. He sends me out to a territory that was way far from home. He didn't answer my phone, and I didn't have a portable charger. And the reason I'm saying this is because sales is a very individual type job. That's the reason a lot of people like it, because it's up to you to make your own money. And since it gives you that level of independence and freedom, a lot of people believe, okay, it's awesome because if I can get a remote role for sales, I can be anywhere in the country on vacation. All I need to do is just log in, close my deals, make my commission, and they're not going to be on my ass. If you're top rep, that's what happens. They're not going to be on top of you because you're making the company money. But the thing is that if you're not one of the top guys, holy shit, they don't give a fuck. And they're going to look for excuses to try to cut you. Why? Because it's a performance-based position. And that's awesome. I knew what I was getting myself into. But the thing is that the bare minimum that I asked, or I didn't ask, but I expected from the company was they're going to train me. It's an entry-level sales position. I already kind of been in sales before, but that was like my first formal, like full-on sales position. I was like, okay, awesome. They're going to train me. I did the hybrid training. I passed the pitch test. I made it to the second phase of training, which is actually shadowing. If you don't know what shadowing is, it's basically you're somebody's shadow. You're following them around the process, right? You're following them and seeing what they do and asking questions and maybe even participating. You know, like you're shadowing him for like 10 doors. Hey, can I get a try? Of course, dude. And then you knock and then you try your pitch. That's awesome. So it kind of happened the first day, but what really happened, it was so cold, and it was cold as fuck. But I was like, let's get through this. He didn't want to go through this. He fucking left me in the street basically for like a little while to knock by myself. He went to pick up his wife mid-shift, came back, and then he stayed in his car because it was too cold. Now we're not fucking knocking 100 doors. I said, oh, but aren't we supposed to knock like at least 100 doors or something? Like that's the KPI. Where the fuck? No, bro. Like it's too fucking cold. Like we're not getting shit here. And it's like, I get and appreciate you being real, but at the same time, that is really like anti-company name culture, you know? Really anti-company culture, because the reason is because sales is like fucking positive, bro. Like, holy shit, bro. Like, if you said, oh my God, all I need to do is to make 6 figures is just tolerate no's all the time, oh, it's fucking easy. But then you realize no's dozens of times every single day for weeks and months, and it's like it does something to the human brain. The brain is not meant to tolerate so much rejection. There's a reason why you're afraid of going to your gym crush and saying hello and initiating conversation, because your brain is really afraid of rejection. And that's one of the things that I need to mention about sales. If you're into sales, holy shit, and you stay in sales and you succeed in sales, fucking respect. Because the ability to be able to tolerate so many no's and rejection will modify and transform you into a different level of a different kind of human being forever. It's not even me exaggerating. Imagine being able to like say hello to all the girls you ever like liked and actually being able to go on a date. And it's like there's as a guy, you probably like can't even imagine it. Damn, approaching every single girl I've ever liked in my entire life. It makes you feel like, damn, that's so cool. That's what sales is. Imagine you being able to, because there's just no reason why you're going ahead and cold calling these random strangers and you can't approach the girl that you've been seeing every single day in the gym or some shit. It's like, it's going to transform you. It's going to make you so much happier and your quality of life is going to be so much better. But it's hard as fuck. But that's not a problem. I know how hard it was going to be. It's New Jersey, winter time. And New Jersey for solar is one of the hardest markets ever. If you're a door-to-door guy and you've been to solar, you comment down and tell these people how hard it is. But the thing is, you need to bring certain results. The reason I mention this is because sales is not like other departments, okay? Where you're getting paid. Like, this is one of the reasons it's so high risk, high reward. You will hear this over and over in the sales community. High risk, high reward. Why? Because you're basically making the fucking company money. This is why if you're one of the top reps, holy shit, you're a fucking god. Like, I think I've heard some sort of quote. The CEO is basically like the second most important person in the company after the top sales rep or some quote. There's like something like that in business and corporate. Because holy shit, you're making them the most fucking money. You're a killer. Especially in a startup. Let's say we got like a 10-man team and we got like 3 people in sales and there's like one guy that stands out. You're basically you own the company, okay? And in comparison to other departments is there's no like, okay, you know what? Let's give him some time. Let's give him 6 months to grow. No, because they're paying you salary and your only goal is to bring them more fucking revenue. If you're not doing that, it's not a debate. It's not an opinion. I'm not asking you maybe or something that might happen. They're going to cut you, okay? It will happen. And you might lose your job. The great thing about sales is very easy to get a fucking sales job. Isn't unless it's tech sales for like an SDR, really competitive goal, like entry level SDR, straight out of college, tech sales. That's really fucking hard. It's a really hard industry. But if we're talking about any type of sales, inside sales, fucking door to door, basically the one that nobody wants to do, but it's really fucking hard. And since nobody wants to do it, fucking hell, they're taking anybody at any time. Like, holy shit, I knew when I went to the interview, despite never interviewing for a sales job in my entire life, I knew I was going to get the job. It was no debate. I knew 100% certainty that I was going to get the job. It was like a group fucking interview in person, like with 3 people. I gave the best answers. I was the hungriest. I was the guy that said, I want to learn. I'm hungry. I want to learn. So what happened basically? I went to the interview process, went to the training, and what happened is they didn't really keep up with certain parts of the training they actually promised. And it was cold as fuck, and I didn't have a car for door to door. Didn't have a car. It's really fucking hard. We're in snow, impossible to walk, and it was actually like 2 days after a snowstorm. It was really hard to walk, and I was new to New Jersey. So I learned how to take the bus that same week. So holy shit, it was like a really complicated experience for me. And this is when I started to learn. In sales communities, they're really positive. They're going to motivate you a lot. There's a lot of people who you can ask questions and they will answer. They will help you out. But the thing is that at the end of the day, if you're not bringing them certain results and they're not optimizing for you to grow, they don't give a fuck. Because it's a really high churn type environment. They're going to hire 10 people and they're already seeing who the fuck. They don't expect all these 10 people to fucking make it, bro. Of course not. They know that people could have quit because it's too hot, it's too cold, sales is not for everybody, rejection or whatever. Or even if you're good or decent, they don't give a fuck. Since they're already like expecting that, hey, most of these people are going to fail, might as well not invest my time into actually developing these rookies. They don't give a fuck about the full training process. They give you the bare minimum. That way they can give you the excuse, hey, we trained you. It's up to you now. So what happens? Hybrid, shadowing, but it was like a one mid-ass session of shadowing, and then the second session of shadowing, it did not happen. Because what they do now in sales, and at least for door-to-door for solar, is that they go ahead, or most, like, at least this is a great marketing strategy. I can't blame them. They go to Home Depots instead of door knocking because it's comfortable. It's winter. Nobody wants to be outside. Might as well send my best reps with the best leads. The best leads are going to be in a comfortable setting where they don't need to open the door with you. It's basically kind of inbound leads, you know, instead of having to actually go outbound and knock. So it was in a Home Depot. So I never got to shadow any top reps other than one time, and he didn't want to go ahead and shadow or do anything. And the second time, there was no shadowing. So what they did is that they gave me a check to get the permits. Went to the police department, got the permits or something, and then fuck it, nothing happened. He's just like, okay, you got the permits now, go and knock. Oh, what about my territory? I don't know, it's Clifton or whatever, you know. It's like, they're gonna give you the territories, where the fuck, because it's close to your house. Fucking go and knock, bro. Go and knock. You see what you can do. And the only thing that they're gonna do is hype you up from the group chat and Microsoft Teams. It's like, brother, what is the full development training plan that we set up like a week prior, where you gave me the schedules of everything? It was just, oh, we're just gonna give you the tools to do the job, but we're not gonna train you how to do the job. It's like, they just send you out and they hope. They don't even give you like YouTube videos like, hey, at least watch these influencers. Like, I did all the research by myself, even prior to getting the job, like Door to Door for Solar, you know, Taylor McConney, or all these guys for Vivint and door knocking hacks, tips, the Wolf of Solar, I forgot his name. You do all this because you want to get a job and you want to succeed. So the reason I talk about this is because this is how it works. They will hire 20. It's not even me bullshitting. They hired me in a fucking group of 5 people. And every single week or every single day at 5, like around 4 to 5 p.m., they were actually hiring more people. So they were ready to like hire a 60-man team. It was like, why the fuck do they need that many reps? You know, why the fuck, like, is it really necessary? It's no, because they hired 60 people and they expect like 15 or 20 of them to stay long-term in the company for like over a year. Why? Because a lot of them are going to fail. Some of them might not even pass the pitch test, which is easy as fuck, by the way. Some of them might not even stay in the long term. They don't like the job. They don't like the industry. Like, they found a better opportunity. They're going to quit. Like almost any other company. But in sales, holy shit, it's like they're ready to fucking burn like through 70% of all fucking new hires. And that's how, like, and why? Because realistically, one good rep is better than 5 mid ones. So I understand that part, because I can be one good rep and I can make the company fucking millions of dollars. Like, I know this guy like made like the company $4 million or some shit in 2025. He probably made more like, he made more money for the company than probably all these other people combined. So I understand that part. But at the same time, it's kind of like, it's an entry-level sales role. You're not really taking the time to develop your rookies. What do you expect, you know? And that's why I kind of like left, despite me loving the way, the energy and the culture of the team. I love the way the office was. Like, it was super, like in the hybrid training, when we went to the office, it was cool. It was like there was basketball, fucking ping pong tables, fucking pool. It's fucking like, you know, hey, this is cool. Nobody to really play with at that time, but it was like, you know, it's fucking awesome. You know, I appreciate. But at the end of the day, if I could go back, I don't know what I would do. Oh, one of the last things I have to mention in this video, right, is that they have a development myth, right? I already talked about it multiple times. In the interviews, they will say, we invest in our people. I'm right now looking at the screen. We promote from within, right? We develop leaders. And sometimes that's true, but also that's what's not true is this. It fucking takes time. You know, might be, yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, they invested in payroll. Like, yeah, they fucking invested like $500,000 like on payroll. Like, on the meetings, they were motivating people with money. And that's awesome, because at the end of the day, sales is a fucking money game. Like, you want to make money, you want to make hard fucking cold commission and fucking all this and money. And it's like, that's the only reason, other than the skill and the art of sales and know how beneficial sales can be, money, you know, because you know that it's a very good path. It's a really realistic path. Your first sales job can make you 6 figures. 100%. This is not debate. Like, it can make you 6 figures. But the thing is, I don't give a fuck if you're investing money in the team. What about you investing time? Yeah, because yeah, you might do a little bit of like role play for like 20 minutes in the meeting after like yapping for a whole lot and giving the people their kudos and motivating them. What about the rookies? And I know it sounds like, oh, I'm like, what about me? Please. It sounds like that, but it's like you can't expect you to give me a Zoom training for a job that's outside in the field, and then the second part of the training, which is actually outside in the field, to give me a rep that's scared of going outside in the cold. And then you give me like now get your permits and fucking go and knock and just hope that I might get you the 8 WTs. And I don't even, and the reason that system is built like that is because, hey, even if that person doesn't graduate, if they get a couple of WTs, at least they're giving us demos, at least they're leaving us with money. Fuck them. And I understand that because you need to make that money. It's all about what you can give to the company. Of course, it's not about what they can give you. Like, duh, they don't give a fuck about that. But at the same time, that's if you leave with something from this video, definitely pay attention to how the system is brought up and develop your skills a lot before you enter into some sort of crazy fucking role, like fucking door to door, or fucking some sort of super complicated SDR role, which is insanely competitive remote work. Like, it's very competitive, it's holy shit. Even if you have a sales experience, they say it's like an entry level sales role, but everybody's trying to get into an SDR role nowadays. Get into anything that you can get into sales. Even if it's like selling gym memberships, low ticket, low paying. Get the skill, put in your resume, and fucking set it up. Because, brother, you going ahead and just fucking diving into a sales role with no sort of idea what you're doing, you're just gonna fall off because it's not gonna be a stable job. Sales is not for stability, it's to make some fucking money. Okay, that's just how it works. You always have to be on the top of your game, and it's awesome. It can develop you as a human being. But these companies are not your fucking homies, bro. As much as they hype you up and they're like making teams and they're huddling up, let's fucking get it, bro. We're gonna knock on these doors or we're gonna dial these phones like Wolf of Wall Street. At the end of the day, if you don't make Jordan Belfort in the fucking movie, if you watch the Wolf of Wall Street and that got you into sales, don't expect, like, would you expect Jordan Belfort to like fucking feel pity for you for not making him money? No, he would be pissed at you. He would scream at you, motherfucker. Why are you not dialing the fucking phone? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make them fucking money. And it's not an easy path. It's a simple path to making a shit ton of fucking money. But beware of the way the system and the recruitment system is set up. Because these companies are not optimizing for your better performance. They're optimizing for you to try to see if, hey, let's see if they can make us some money. And if you don't, they'll cook you instantly with no hesitation. They might give you like, hey, let's do a bagel shop. Bagel shop and door-to-door bageling is basically when you get 0 deals, you get nothing an entire day. Why? Because bagel, it has a hole in it like a donut, resembles a 0. You got 0. You lost. So they'll do things like, oh, bagel shop, to try to like give you the imagination, like, oh, like a lot of them do want to support you, but sometimes it's like they give you the idea like, oh, they're helping me. But it's mostly that way when they fire you, they can feel better about themselves, or they can't say, hey, we gave you a second chance. But in reality, it's kind of like, it's all smoke. It's fugazi. It's not there. It's fugazi, whatever, however you say. This is probably the last part. Why this isn't a bad thing? Okay, you might be thinking sales companies are evil just from what I'm talking about. It's not fucking evil. It makes fucking sense. It's like you're a gym membership, but you're not getting jacked, or you're not helping me get jacked. There it is. You're a gym membership. I'm the buyer, but I'm not using you. You're not helping me getting jacked. It's kind of like protein powder, but it actually is not helping me. Or it's like, yeah, it's just not fucking helping me. I'm not getting muscular or whatever. It's like you have no purpose. A sales rep that's not closing deals has no purpose, or not a sales rep that's not closing deals or setting appointments, whatever your role is useless. So if you can't blame them if you have one job. You have literally one job. Like, yeah, you might have all these other things like, oh, LinkedIn outreach, fucking door to door, fucking cold calling, or I have to set up my fucking schedule, or CRMs, whatever, however sales works. Tracking, following up a lot of times, all these things. Like, but in reality, you have one job. That's all for one purpose: you making the company money, right? If you're not making the company money, there's no reason why you should exist in the first place, at least in the company. Like, as harsh as that sounds. So this is why we can't blame these companies, because duh, you know what you're getting into. And I still love sales despite that. Despite all that, I didn't even fail in my company, former company. I just gave up, which is kind of failing, but I just gave up because I knew that the system was not set up for me to try to succeed in the first place. So might as well get an opportunity that helps me succeed in the first place. But sales is one of the best abilities you can ever learn. If you ever want to be an entrepreneur and start closing deals, like if you've seen these SMMA guys that are selling marketing, just fully commission based or like whatever, you're selling yourself. If you're dating, you're selling yourself. Sales is one of the most magnificent skills ever. Like the reason I love it so much is because I've never thought about a job, a traditional 9 to 5 type job in the corporate world that I ever really wanted to be a part of, because I always I hate working. This is why I like videos. I want to make videos one day. But sales is just so useful and I love it. And this is why, despite everything I said, don't hate sales, don't hate the companies, because it makes sense. If you're not making me money, I'm the business owner, and I hire you, you're not setting me no appointments, but you still want me to pay you a base salary. This is the whole reason they make jobs 100% commission based. Despite I'm never going to take a 100% commission based job unless I'm rich already or have a lot of saved up money. But this is why they make 100% commission based positions, because what the fuck is the point of you existing if you're not making me money and I'm just paying you a fucking base salary and you're not closing no deals, not setting up no demos, not setting up no appointments, right? You're not setting up no appointments and I'm still paying you a base salary. I'm losing money. So I completely understand that on their part. The only thing I would say, the only thing that you can ask from a sales role or sales position is proper training and proper environment. That's it. Everything else, like, oh, what about increases in this or what about that? Like, yeah, you still look for a position base, whatever you want. You do your research, ask your questions in the interview, but definitely go ahead and expect to a proper environment. Like, at least try to set up yourself for a proper environment, because this is the only thing that they can promise you. They can promise you first a good culture, positivity. If it's not positive, you're already getting no's, you're already getting cancellations on demos. Oh damn, I'm gonna get paid per demo, and then they cancel. Fuck, no commission. You know, you need positivity. So positivity is one check. The second one is training. A lot of these fucking people will not train you, brother. They will go ahead and put you in a car dealership and they just expect you to close deals, and there's no role playing. If there's never no role playing in the training, like you pitching or like practicing your pitch in the fucking training part, or like even if after you're past like the initial training phase, there should still be role playing with your partners. And there's never that red flag. Get the fuck out of there. Third one is, if you're having a bad month, some sort, even if I already mentioned the kind of bullshit for a lot of times, a lot of these people, not every company is bullshit, you know? A performance improvement plan, a PIP of some sort. And bagel and fucking door to door, it might look like it's probably going to be something like bagel shop, where you get early and you start practicing, and the manager's going to ask you, hey, what was your hardest part of the entire last week? I noticed that you bageled a lot or something. What was the hardest part? That's a red flag, and you should be a little bit worried if that's happening, because that means they're going, if you don't improve soon, they're going to cut you. But also appreciate it. Oh, okay, this person's giving me a second chance, basically, instead of firing me with no notice. In comparison to other positions, that will happen. And that's all. That's really all you can ask for. You know, if you're already getting commission, you're already getting the PTO, you're already getting this. The only thing that you can ask from your position is good leadership, I guess, a performance improvement plan, a positive environment, and good training. So it's 4 things. Other than that, you can't ask for anything. I fucking lied to you. That is not the last part. The last part is this. This is probably one of the most important parts. Listen to me on this. If you're already still in the video, listen, okay? How to protect yourself, right? This is the most important thing. Like I just mentioned you all the cons. How do we avoid this happening? I'm so dumb. This is my first YouTube video. Hear me out. What do you do? First, you pick your first company carefully, and you ask a couple of really important questions. Really important questions. Like, especially if you want to succeed in nail interviews. This is how you nail interviews right here. You ask things like the high performer question. If you watch Higher Up Wellness, you know what this means. You need to ask, what does a high performer look like? They're going to give you exactly everything. Okay, a high performer looks like somebody that sets a lot of appointments, somebody that's really positive, somebody that never cheats or disrespects their partner, somebody that just really contributes to the team environment a lot, somebody that is not afraid to ask questions. They're going to give you everything. Write it down, okay? Because company culture, you might assume, oh, somebody asks questions, somebody is positive, somebody is setting appointments. Isn't this all obvious? Yeah, but the thing is, the companies value things, all these things consistently, but some of them value specific things a little bit more, right? So see which one they value more. For example, my past company, uh, probably more setting up more demos, making them more money, the absolute most important thing they could ever fucking, like, nothing, like, probably that's the absolute most important thing they cared about. A couple other things. What does training look like? Obviously, just you need to talk about this. Don't wait till after the interview, until you get hired, until you sign something, and then you see what the idea of training is. Because sometimes these companies might not even have training, bro. They don't even have an onboarding process. Like, it happens. I've seen the Reddit. Things happen. Shit happens. You might think it's like, no, there's just no way. It happens. This is the real world. People fuck up. There are bad people out there, or people are just incompetent in what they do. So be careful. The other one is, how long has the top rep been there? That's actually something that I did not ask. One of the, like, some of the higher performers were there only for like a year and a half, or like 2 years, and everybody else was like a management or team lead. So I think that probably should have been a little bit of a red flag, maybe, to a certain degree, because that also means that a lot of people, there's a lot of opportunities, lots of opportunities for growth. The second thing to do, how to protect yourself, is build your skill. Like, bro, if you're trying to get into sales, I'm going to assume that either you're looking for a career change, or you're looking to make a lot of money with no need for a degree. So do your fucking homework and invest in yourself. If there's like a cool course or seminar, fucking go, okay? Motherfucker, you already invested like thousands of dollars, got yourself into debt for a college degree, and you're not willing to fucking go all in into your sales career. What the fuck are you doing? Or you're not getting a degree of any sort, or you don't have one. You're like 21 years old, you've been working in fucking retail, and then you want to get into sales. Motherfucker, you're not in debt. Might as well fucking pay for something, internship, and fucking get good. Okay, this is like a good sales career can transform generations of your family and get you, like, holy shit, can change generational poverty, bro. Like, a good sales career can change your life. We know, like, it's a real thing. This is not some sort of fucking pyramid scheme, or like drop shipping, or invest in Bitcoin, may happen, might not. If you're good, you will close deals, you'll make a shit ton of money. No debate. There's just no other way to see this. So how the fuck do we build skill, right? Record your calls. Like, if you've seen Giuliano Mazzarelli, that might have got motivate you to get into sales. Record yourself fucking cold calling, bro. Record yourself. Record you door knocking. How the fuck do we do that? Do I record the fucking person? Record, like, have your phone here and record your face in the way you pitch. Follow people on Instagram. There's people on Instagram that do door knocking, do cold calling, do fucking Zoom meetings where they're closing people and they're recording themselves with a camera on the side. There's content. There's no excuse to not try to get better. Obviously, the last one, I guess it would be save your money, especially if it's 100% base commission. Like, just save your money, you know? Like, these companies are cutting people, or like changing things all the time. Don't depend on a company just because of loyalty. Like, these people, they're not loyal to you. All they will say is, thank you for your service, thank you for the time you've been here, thank you for serving us, but now you're too old, take care. On an email, bro. Like, don't, be careful, okay? So basically, if you're about to get into sales, don't be scared, take risk, develop your skill a lot, and ask a whole lot of fucking questions. That's the summary of this entire video. That was just a rant for me to get to this point. Save your money, be confident, develop your skills, network with a lot of people, and ask a shit ton of fucking questions. And protect yourself always. At the end of the day, this is your career, this is what you want to do, and you want to develop your skills. Fucking just go all in, but be careful, you know? Kind of like, just take fucking risk. Now, if you like this type of fucking video, you know, it's my first fucking video. If you like this video of any way, shape, or form, just subscribe. This is my first YouTube video ever. I'm already doing TikToks on Instagram, so fucking, I don't know, like it or whatever. I don't even know if you understand me. Fuck it, I'm just taking a risk. GG's, take care, goodbye.